I know I haven't uploaded in a while, and unfortunately me returning for year-end season doesn't mean that I'll be back permanently. I'll try my best to squeeze out a video here or there, but right now my schedule doesn't really allow time for doing YouTube on the side. I'll try my best, but I can't make any promises. With this disclaimer out of the way, let's get back to why you're here, the 50 best songs of 2023. I might not have uploaded in a while, but that certainly doesn't mean that I didn't listen to a shit ton of music, and I'm very excited to share with all of you my personal favorites. As always, the list rules are in the description down below, and I'm gonna start and quickly go through them, and as we progress in the list, I'm gonna talk about each individual song a bit more, because 50 is a lot. Coming in at number 50 are Fall Out Boy with Love from the Other Side, the song with which they returned so greatly, and it was a really good comeback song and a really good song overall. At 49 I have Remember Me by the band Currents, a metalcore song that really hits you in the feels. At number 48 we have Think Fast by underrated artist Glowbug, kind of like an 80s, 90s synth electro vibe with really catchy melody. While at number 47 we have Green Day with Look Ma No Brains, one of the most promising songs that they've released in a couple of years. Next is Bless the Falls Wake the Dead, which is a great comeback song that it delivered, a metalcore banger that I thoroughly enjoyed. And keeping in the realm of metalcore, at number 45 we have Polaris with Inhumane, another great banger, great guitar work on that song. Coming in at number 44 are The Warning with more real groovy, really fun punk rock song. At number 43 we have one of the standouts of this year's Honey Revenge album, Favorite Song, which is another quick, fun, danceable, pop rock-ish song. At number 42 we have Poppy, who I can only describe as being all over the place on Spit, which is the best song she released this year, which is unfortunate because it didn't end up on her album, but the album is still great. At 41, Royal Blood deliver bluesish, groovy guitar tunes on Pull Me Through. And at number 40, we have The Way by Manchester Orchestra, one of the best indie songs of the year. At number 39, we have Steamroller by Feeble Little Horse with one of the most memorable lines of the year, Steamroller, you fuck like you're eating. While at number 38, we have one of the heaviest songs of the year with Silent Planet and Collider. At number 37, Corpse takes an interesting departure from the more rap-oriented into the rock territory with Disdain, which I really enjoyed and am looking forward to new projects in that direction. At number 36, we have Impulse with Omen, a underrated metalcore act. They're still very local until now, but I can see them being big in like 2 to 3 years. Already their songs are really good. And speaking of breaking out, at number 35 we have Wargasm featuring Fred Durst with one of the most headbang-worthy songs of the year, Bang Your Head, Bang Your Head, Bang Your Head, Bang Your Head. At number 34 we have the bonus track of Ice Nine Kills' Welcome to Horrorwood, Meet and Greet, a Silence of the Lambs inspired song, which is really heavy, really well produced and has a great chorus. While at 33 there is New York City, an ode by singer-songwriter actor Josh Radnor to the city that never sleeps and to a woman that he fell in love with in New York City, or has he? Number 32 is Death Cab for Cutie's An Arrow in the Wall with one of the most interesting bass lines of the year, and funnily enough the song starts out very similarly to the song C'est Comme Ça by Paramore, which was also released this year, but yeah, it's a really great indie song, one of the best of the year. At number 31 there's Jeff Rosenstock with Liked You Better, and if this isn't the first year-end season video you're watching, then you've heard about this song, this album, this artist. And if you haven't heard of him, go check Jeff Rosenstock's new album out, it's great. At number 30 there's a short, fun, pop-punky song called One of a Kind by the band Weathers, which I've had stuck in my head for ages this entire year. And the same can be said for my number 29 pick, which is Your Side of Town by The Killers. I didn't really love it at first because of the, let's say, synths that you need to get used to in the vocal production, but once you do, I actually really enjoy them. At number 28 there's Lovejoy with Normal People Things, probably the best thing that they've produced so far, and it really elevates everything that they've done up until this point into their probably best song of their career. I'm not sure if I stand behind that yet, but it's a great song. Coming in at number 27 is Dead Poets Society with 81 Tons, one of the latest additions to this list. It's a really great great song, and I keep saying that, but this one is also really great. You should check it out. At number 26 we have Mike Shinoda of Linkin Park with Already Over, a really fun thing that came out of Mike's solo career, and I want more of it. If this is the direction that we're going in, yeah, give more of this to me. I like it. Halfway point, meaning that we can give ourselves just a teeny tiny bit more time with our number 25 pick, Swing by Fever 333, the first song that they released with the new lineup, and it's an absolute banger. I've experienced it live, it's super fun, and everyone who was worried that they would change dramatically after the lineup change can be rest assured, with this song, they're not. At number 24 I have another bonus track for one of my favorite albums from last year, which was Color Decay by The Devil Wears Prada, and on their bonus edition they released Reaching, one of the best riffs, one of the most headbang worthy. My head is done from all the head banging I've done to this song. Reaching is great, you should check it out. Coming into the weirder territory, we have the song Me 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 by 100 Gex, which is all sorts of mindfucks at the same time, but also super catchy and really appreciated. I'm just gonna pretend that after the 500 times I've mentioned that Holy Wars are the most underrated artist in modern rock, that you all already know the song Body Temple, but just in case you don't, this is one of the many standouts of their new EP called Classic, which is basically full of standouts. So if you want to discover new artists in the rock scene, definitely check out Holy Wars and Deus Ex Machina and Body Temple and Venom. And at number 21 it's going to be Future Palace with Malthus, possibly the best song they've ever recorded, and I am happy to report that I heard it live already, and it's a certified banger that's going to be a tour staple for years. Starting off our top 20 are Beartooth with Sunshine, a song that really goes against genre expectations in the way that the songwriting works. Another showcase of how great Caleb Shomo is, but also the positivity and the singing that's a lot cleaner than it sometimes is, also in the production, really elevates the song and makes it the best song on their new project. At number 19 we have a potentially controversial pick depending on your side of the internet, but I think that the new Avenged Sevenfold album is not trash. I think it's actually really well done, and their song Cosmic comes in at number 19 on my best songs of the year. Just above that it's going to be the Front Bottoms with the song Punching Bag, a really emotional roller coaster that isn't necessarily portrayed that way musically, but lyrically really gets you. It just gets you. It takes you wherever you are, and it takes you to a new place where you feel things. And that's what music should do. At number 17 I have the culmination of all the efforts that Bring Me The Horizon have undertaken to combine emo and metalcore and pop punk into one new genre with some electronic influences as well, which is going to be their new song Lost, a great addition to their catalog and a great appetizer for the next Post-Human EP. And at number 16 we're gonna have Linkin Park's song also titled Lost. Totally coincidental that those two ended up right next to each other, which I don't even have to say anything about it. It's Linkin Park, it's nostalgic, it's great to hear Chester again. It's one of the best songs of the year. That's why it's here. That's why you're watching the list. I should cut now, but I don't. And if you're watching this and not just skipping to the next one, comment a tomato into the description. Not into the description, that's what I put. But I'm gonna put a tomato. Rather, this is going on too long, I'm not gonna put this in the video. Maybe I am, I don't think I am. This is getting really, really weird. If you see a tomato in the description, you know, put it down. This is about Linkin Park. And my number 15 spot, which is gonna be Spirit Box, Jaded, the only song on this list that was nominated for a Grammy, and the only song that got nominated for a Grammy in the metal and rock category that actually deserved it this year. Ooh, we're getting controversial again. At number 14 we're gonna have Grandson with the song Drones, which took a lot of getting used to by me because of the really weird rhythm that the flow happens in, but once you get used to it and it makes sense within the context of the song, it will not leave your head, and the lyrical content is one of the best of the year on this project. Number 13 is the closing track for Take Me Back to Eden, the massively successful Sleep Token album. Euclid starts out slow, piano-like, with a great vocal vocal performance, and then crescendos in the end. And if you know anything about me and have watched this channel before, you know that that's just exactly what I love. So Euclid is one of my favorite songs of the year. At number 12, it's gonna be Domain with How to Exit a Room, one of the most emotional songs of the year for me because of the content matter, the lyric matter, and what it means to me. I get that that might not be for everyone, but even if you can't relate to it lyrically, it's still just a great and catchy pop punk song with a great bass line, a great guitar, a great vocal performance. I could go on, just listen to the song, it's good. Barely missing the top 10 are Architects at number 11 with their great new song Seeing Red, one of the heaviest songs they've done in recent years, but the fact that it is heavy again has so much to do with the subject matter, as this is a song that deals with their toxic fan base. And it's so ironic seeing how this toxic fan base, the ones who are always screaming, "Make it heavy again, why aren't you heavy?" are now celebrating this song, which is directly about them pressuring the band and only liking them when they're angry, when they're seeing red. It's a great song, it's great lyrically, great instrumentally, and I really appreciated it. Kicking off the top 10 is Lana Del Rey with A&W, American Woman, American Whore, whatever you want to call it. One of the most insightful, one of the most moving, thought-provoking lyrical moments of this year, one of the best vocal performances of the year, and the Jimmy Jimmy Cocoa Puff part will definitely not leave your head, so proceed with caution if you haven't heard the song yet. The number 9 spot goes to Boy Genius's True Blue. It's a team up, a crossover if you want to say it like that, from some of the most interesting new people in indie, and obviously when they come together they create something great. The vocal performances are stellar, the songwriting is particularly great, and it just everything comes together also on the production side of things to make some of the best songs of the year. I could have put a lot of the songs on their new album at this spot and would have been totally fine with it. Going from True Blue to Blue Eyed Boy, which is my number 8 pick by the band Trophy Eyes, an emotional rock song that starts out with interesting electronic elements worked in particularly well in the production side of things with the rest of the instruments, and making for a riff and a theme in the song that you will likely not forget once you've heard it, and once you tie it in with the lyrical contents of the song, it's definitely gonna move you. At number 7, I'm getting a bit edgy because I am not one of those people who puts Olivia Rodrigo's Vampire in their top 10, because I put Olivia Rodrigo's Bad Idea right in their top 10 just because of out of personal taste. I'm more on the rock and guitar side of things, and while Vampire is a great song, Bad Idea Right just caught my attention a teeny tiny bit more, which is why it's at the number 7 spot. But yeah, I'm really happy about the new Olivia Rodrigo album. At number 6 we have I See Dead People with the most insane riff of the year by The Amity Affliction, featuring Louis Knox, who passed away a couple of years ago, and the song featuring the artist that has passed away, who is a friend of the band, who then make a song about missing friends who have passed away, and seeing the ghosts of your dead friends is a great concept. It is probably the heaviest song the Amity Affliction have ever made, and you might not even recognize it because the heaviness is incorporated so well with the new school production that they've established on their later, more soft records, but they tie it in with the earlier heaviness that they're known for so well, and it makes for one of the best cuts of the year. At number 5 I have Twin Atlantic's Stuck in a Car with You, which is a return to guitar-infused, heavier music for the band, who on their last 2 albums went more into the electro-pop rock direction, which wasn't bad at all, but it's not quite as mesmerizing and memorable as their album Great Divide from 2015-2016. And this song goes right back to that era, and it's just a little piece of gold for anyone who ever has been into Twin Atlantic and maybe knows their song Heart and Soul, if you've never heard of the band but know that one. I really recommend checking that song out. It's fun to listen to when you're stuck in the car. Coming in at number 4 we have Spanish love songs with Haunted, which I don't have the words to describe how that song makes you feel. You gotta experience it. You kind of feel haunted. The line, and if you feel just like a ghost, would you please haunt me? That's lyrics. This is how you do writing for music, and then you sing it, and then you make people feel. This the one. This is good. As we're entering the top 3, I am cheating a teeny tiny bit because I'm counting both Deep in the Willow and Everything is Quiet Now as the Upon Lost singles for my number 3 spot. Because in my mind, even though they're two separate songs, as they blend into each other, they are one piece of art and they're really, really heavy. They're probably the best produced heavy music that we heard this year. I know that's a bold claim, but I think that Knocked Loose really figured out how to do heavy and well produced in the best way up until now, and you can feel that on Deep in the Willow and Everything is Quiet Now really well. The difference between my number 2 and my number 1 spot is almost as small as the percentage of people who watch my videos and are subscribed, so if you want to change that number, please go and subscribe. But my number 2 spot, barely not making the top 1, is Citizens, If You're Lonely. And it's probably the song that I listened to most this year. I had it stuck in repeat basically every single day for the entire year. It's kind of simplistic on the songwriting structure at first glance, but once you take a deeper look, it reveals itself to be a great musical idea, a theme that you can repeat. I'm kind of trying to emulate the way that the song makes you feel by the way that I'm talking, but I really can't quite match the tone. I would say it's a comforting song, maybe more than anything. It's a comforting song, and if you need comfort, and to be honest, who doesn't need comfort in 2023 and 2024, check out Call Me If You're Lonely by Citizen. And my number 1 spot is The Beths' Watching the Credits. It's the bonus song for the 2022 album Expert in a Dying Field, and it takes feelings of insecurity and loneliness and being lost in your life and puts them in the perspective of making a movie. It's a lot of fun lyrics, references to the film business, and it does so while being catchy, while being emotional, and also being clever. Basically everything you could possibly want in a song. And then you listen to it and it gets stuck in your head and you listen to it again and 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 again until you make a video about how just how great this song is and put it at number 1 of your 2023 most liked songs. This is going to be the video. I also ranked the top 30 albums of the year. You can check that out right here. And if you have any suggestions for other songs that I potentially missed, make sure to drop them down in the comments below.